Hello there, and welcome to this edition of Thought for the Week. It's great to be with you as always. And today we're still talking, as we have been in the last few weeks, about encouragement in times of trouble. And let's face it, many of us are in times of trouble. And I dare say if we were honest about it, we'd all admit to being in some kind of trouble. Problems of all kinds seem to be coming at us thick and fast, not least because of the political situation in our country, which seems best to be described as chaotic. But there it is. We could wish it were otherwise, but it isn't. And this is when we need to put our trust in the Lord and say, Lord, I don't begin to understand what's going on, but you do. All I can say to you, dearest Father, is please have your way. We've been thinking about the need for encouragement between Christians. And I referred last time to Paul's letter to the Philippians. These were Christians who he loved very much and who loved him. They were Christians of all descriptions. Some were Jewish, others were Greeks, some were Romans. They all lived in this city called Philippi. And he wrote to them to encourage them to stand firm and to stay close to one another. But his concern and love for them is at a very personal level. It's not distant. He loved these people because they were in fellowship with one another. Although they didn't live in the same place, they and Paul were truly in fellowship with one another. And he refers to it here at an incredibly practical level. He says in verse 14 of chapter 4, "It was good of you to share in my troubles. Moreover, as you Philippians know, in the early days of your acquaintance with the gospel, when I set out from Macedonia, not one church shared with me in the matter of giving and receiving except you only. For even when I was in Thessalonica, you sent me help again and again when I was in need. Not that I'm looking for a gift, but I am looking for what may be credited to your account." What's he talking about? He's talking about the fact that they sent him money when he needed it. They were ready to stand by him financially. And sometimes the last thing to be converted in a Christian is his pocket. Now, I didn't say that. I heard somebody else say it once, but it struck a chord with me because I know there's truth in it. And it all adds up to this. Where is my security? Is my security in the keeping power of God and the grace of the Lord Jesus? Or is my security in my salary? Is my security in my savings account? Where is my security? Is it in bricks and mortar, my home? Where is my security? Because if my security is in those things, then I'm going to become very tight when it comes to blessing you financially. But if my security is in the Lord, if I know that whatever happens to me, I am safe and secure because I am God's child, well, then it affects my attitude to your needs too. I believe we need to consider these things very carefully in these days because we're facing and are going to face increasingly real pressure, and that includes financial pressure. How are we going to meet the challenge? How are we going to minister to one another to enable each other to stand strong? That's a searching question, and we need to go to the Lord for the answer. And may the Lord bless us as we seek it. The Lord bless you then. Bye-bye for now. See you next time.